Hi everyone. Just been working on a study. What I often do is work a study like this in order to keep my hand in working on colors, flesh tones, and it's all done from memory. It's an exercise in that area. Many of the painters of the past did this because it's good to hone the skills that we need to do a completed work, because oftentimes you can fall into the nature of doing everything so detailed, and then we forget the forest for the trees. So you can see I've been putting on various colorations here, very reddish, and that's what I'm trying to get as a darker skinned person, a woman, and work those flesh tones. Now this was done on just Bristol board paper, so the application of the paint is can be somewhat difficult, especially if it's not primed, but that's part of the challenge. Plus, I like the rough scrub look. Another aspect here is that I am working with just three colors plus white. Of course, I have titanium white, and I have cad yellow light. I'm using for my red, I don't know if you can really see it though, alizarin crimson and ultramarine blue, and then burnt umber. These are some basic colors that do quite well together. In particular, the red, alizarin crimson, because it does have a blue-black quality to it, does a lot of the mixing that you might have to do if you just had a regular red, like a more of a scarlet red. As you can see, in the past I have used that more scarlet red right there. As a matter of fact, that is Carmine Lake, which is a very old red. It was even used by Turner. Of course, I didn't get it from Turner. Some people say, that I took it from his studio, but that's not true. I didn't take the Carmine Red from his studio. I bought my own tube. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't have tubes, did they, in 1806? They had to mix everything by hand. Thus, the wonderful job of being an apprentice to a master like Turner and Titian, Titian sort of invented oil painting. And this is the type of thing that Titian did. He lived, well, his death was recorded at his death, it was recorded that he was 103 years old. And he was a Venetian painter, like I say, very good at the business of promoting himself and his family. And he did some of the most marvelous paintings. You can check them out online, of course. But he's the father of oil painting per se, and there was a whole school of artists that sort of followed him. But he and his son were victims of the plague that was rampant in Venice and much of Italy during the time frame of the 1590s. And I think it was 1594 that he and his son both succumbed to the plague. But anywho, that's what I'm doing, is working on this study. I don't know if I'm just going to stop this one where it's at and then just go on and do another one, because I have some ideas of just using white with the burnt umber to see what effect that might have. And then when I left you earlier with another video, I was sharing about this painting right here, Riding the Swells. And I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I guess you can. It's pretty good. You can see where I have changed this area in the sky because I had that halo around a cloud. So I've sort of just taken that out. And I'm pretty happy now with where it's at, and I've even signed it, although I may have had it signed the other day, I can't remember. But there she rides, this proud schooner. It's got a brigantine rig on it, where you have squares, on the foremast you have square sails, and that's a brig rig. The brigantine rig that we may be most familiar with is the Coast Guard tall ship that the coasties train on. So anyway, there's some progress. I'm liking the light emerging from this cloud bank upon this backlit schooner riding this surf. It's almost like this whole schooner. As you can see, it's very large, and many of these schooners were very large. Anyway, this backlight schooner, I love the guys on the deck here. One is the helmsman and an assistant helmsman and someone handling rigging. And I have some suggestion of some guys up forward, but I like to imagine what's going on, trying to keep this great ship under control in what could be considered some adverse conditions. Okay, well, back to work, and we'll keep you posted. Thanks again for all your likes and even some shares. And friends that I'm getting requests to friend from even around the world. It's quite a privilege to have people request friendships from diverse places such as China and the Philippines. So thanks again, everybody. See you later.